Hey everybody, this is Merrick coming at you not live with another figure review for the spooky season. So I don't really think I have like a lot for the season, but I did manage to pick up this figure when it came out for reasons that I have, and you could sort of see why based off the thumbnail and based off of the weapon he's holding. So it's no secret that I'm a fan of the Legacy of Kain series, and I noticed one day while looking at Big Bad Toy Store that I don't know, did I see it on Big Bad Toy Store first? Did I see it on Amazon? I forgot. I was browsing some site and I saw these Marvel Legends Strange Tales figures, and I saw the new Moon Knight and I was like, oh shit. So like I was immediately drawn in because we got a new Moon Knight, and the last Moon Knight I had sucked fucking balls. So I'm immediately drawn in by that. So I took a look at the other figures and I was like, okay, cool. Nothing really that captivated me, but the Build-A-Figure of what's his face, Blackheart caught my attention too. But as I was scrolling through all the figures, I came upon a site. I was like, holy shit, and that was Dracula here. So the reason why I went holy shit was because he had a lot of fucking similarities to Kain from the Legacy of Kain, but specifically from Blood Omen. Now, to be completely fair here, right? Outside of Blackheart and the fact that we got a new and actually like cool looking figure of Moon Knight that wasn't based off of the show, I got excited because it's like, oh shit, because none of the other figures really caught my attention. Like, nobody else I'd want to, like, have on my shelf. But I was like, okay, Dracula is pretty neat. I said, like, Dracula looks pretty neat. It just reminds me of something that I like. And I'm not, like, super familiar with Marvel's Dracula. I know he had some spats with Moon Knight, if I'm not mistaken. So I think that's why they, like, threw him in this, like, collection, which is kind of cool that I got the two, like, matchup figures, I guess. But I mainly got him just because of the look. It's not perfect because Kain in Blood Omen sort of has a reverse color palette for the outfit. Where his red should be, it should be black, and where the black should be, it should be red, as an example. But I still think that this looks fucking cool. I'm not really a customizer. I don't have, like, the tools, nor do I have, like, the sort of, like, prowess / like finesse to do like model painting. I want to try it though, because I would like to get some of, like, I've seen some like really cool 3D printed figures that need paint jobs added to them. I kind of wanted to like toss my ring into that because I know if I try, I'll probably do a good job, but I don't want to, like, I'm not in a financial situation where it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to pick up a figure and I'm going to try to customize it right out the gate. So I'm kind of happy with the way he looks in general because he just fucking looks like Kain. Now, another thing before anybody would guess, no, I did not 3D print the Soul Reaver there, nor is it something I bought online. Technically speaking, yes, I did buy it online, but I kind of pilfered it from another figure I've had in my collection forever. So this is my NECA Kain. He's seen better days. He's actually missing a finger. I didn't get this Dracula as a replacement for him. I just kind of got it because, again, as a sort of side piece to him. And I'm not going to display him with the Soul Reaver 100% because I still got Kain here. Though, if my Kain ever broke, and I would just, yeah, you know what, fuck it. Fuck it, Dracula becomes Kain. Because Dracula comes with his own decent, cool-looking sword. But I don't really want to, like, talk about this one too much. It's cool. It's just, it's a NECA figure. It broke at one point. It feels like it's got, like, the liquid plastic. I love the paint detail. He looks really fucking good. Parts of him still hold up better. But he's not the kind of look for Kain I want. I've seen, like, other sort of figures that, like, perfectly catch it. Because mainly, these are technically colored like the game, but I don't know. I want I guess, like, the claws on the feet. I want, like, a similar color to the hands, but we're probably never going to get that. Like that Raziel figure I got, basically. But I gotta say, though, this Dracula figure, for a Marvel Legends, is pretty neat. because I don't really collect Marvel Legends, like I said. Mostly just stuff that catches my eye, or I've had like previous engagement with before. Hence why I said Blackheart, Moon Knight, and now Dracula that looks like fucking Kain from Legacy of Kain. So, what are my overall thoughts on the figure as a whole? Well, like every Marvel Legends, it's a little flawed in some ways, and I'm not like the first to say that, because it's been commonplace since the start, at least in my opinion, because I've had older figures that don't really like to move well, they don't pose well. It's like you're mainly getting it for the fact that, oh yeah, I like this character or whatever the frick, and you know, maybe you'll play around with it for a while and then it spends the rest of its days on a shelf. So vampires, monsters, robots are my thing, so yeah, of course I would get the fucking Dracula figure. Now, setting him up for this, he's very tight. He's got good articulation for what he is. He's got decent articulation for what he is. He's very tight, and he doesn't like to stand well, which is kind of funny. I've had him like fall over a few times. Again, I blame the cape, which isn't soft goods. It's still a nice plastic cape. It looks good. That's the really thing you can hope for. Hell, the fucking Kain I had doesn't have like soft goods, and that's still a decent figure, despite its age. Again, old figures and new figures is good in both, and I think this figure is half decent, half not. It really depends on what you're looking for. Now, I love this fucking like face thing that they got on him. Well, the alternate head. Well, I like this head that they got on him because it looks perfect. It kind of reminds me of like Blood Omen 2 Kain a little bit if you've seen him on the cover. So I could probably get him in that kind of pose, even though he has like the clawed hands and whatnot. Hell, again, customized, you could probably make like the clawed hands again too if you're looking for a Kain. But I digress. This figure's still fucking neat. And what's kind of funny too is he's got a ponytail that pops off because it's on a peg, because it's dynamic posing and whatnot. So I was a little curious. I saw some pictures where he did that dynamically. Oh, that's gonna almost poke my eye out with the sword. I've seen some pictures in like the stores, like the bull shots that they do, and they were dynamic posing. I was like, oh man, how are they gonna do that with the hair? I hope it's not like soft goods hair or like something or other. But no, it's on a little like peg which pops out, so it's another piece you'll lose if, you know, the figure comes apart and everything like that. Now, to sort of further comparisons, this is the best, in my opinion, this is the best head sculpt that this guy comes with. It's very well painted, both the earrings, it's got like, you know, the skin tones match with the neck and the body there. Overall, the armor is really cool. It feels nice to hold. Again, this is one of the good side of the spectrum of Marvel Legends. I don't hate on these figures. You just tend to know, like I said, like I've said this in a comment before, it's like, you tend to see and know when a figure is not of quality. And this figure is of quality, even with like dubious lighting and other things that aren't really like that can technically affect the look of the figure. Now, I think it's time to like move on to the accessories real quick, because he doesn't come with a lot of them, but this stuff always makes me question this stuff always makes me question the sort of things we get sometimes. I'm not bringing out, like, the Blackheart piece that he comes with. I believe he came with the arm. Moon Knight came with the head. But he comes with these two he comes with two fist hands. Again, I'm gonna be honest with everybody. I don't like swapping hands on my figures, because I tend to, like, equip them with all their swords. So stuff like this is always a waste of plastic to me, because one, why would I have the vampire who does magic and shit? Why would I have him fight fisticuffs when, you know, he's equipped with a magic sword, and presumably, you know, at least in the Blood Omen sense, you can flay somebody with a thought or throw like shit at them and whatnot. But, you know, we get these hands. These are commonplace in a lot of Marvel Legends. I don't like them, and I don't like them. They don't want to focus on them. Maybe we should have come with like a hand that does like a magic attack or something. That might have been a better idea. I know that the neck of one came with like sort of like a zappy zap fingers, but the neck of Kain, I'm talking about it like it's Kain, but the neck of Kain came with like an extra hand that does like zappy zap fingers, so that might have been a cool idea. I think they did that with Mysterio. He also comes with this calm head that picks up better on the camera. Now, on my version, the earrings a little like weirdly painted. They didn't get like the whole thing, and it's kind of funny to see the fact that the ears and the earring are all the same color before they add like the gold paint. This too has a This too has a bit of a whatchamacallit. This one has a swivel to the hair. This one's a little harder to pop off. I think because it's not like super dynamic, it's more like, you know, calmer hair. Doesn't really need to pose too often. I really do like the paint in the eyes too. Like both heads have like a decent paint. But this is another thing that I personally don't care for as well, because a lot of recent action figures do, oh, you can swap out the head instead of having a helmet or something to put on the head. I understand that it's to, like, you know, you want to capture more expressions than one, but I don't know. I feel as though when you're making a figure, there needs to be at least some sort of middle ground in terms of the face you want to make. Again, I feel like the perfect face for Dracula is like the grimace, the blah, like the blah. He's going to get you with his fangs and shit and magic. But I digress. That's like something that you know, I personally enjoy. Maybe somebody wants like a more calmer Dracula to sit on a throne, and that is what it is. And last but certainly not least, Dracula comes with this pretty cool looking sword. It looks like it's got a moon on the hilt there, or not the hilt, the pommel, I think that is. The pommel. Funny words. Speaking of, I had to... The Soul Reaper has a removable pommel. I was fighting to get that off in order to shoot this video real quick, because I wanted to get it in his hands. But I like this sword. It's really cool. Again, if you're going for Legacy of Kain 1 Kain with the look, this sword fits good, because it's not exactly like the iron sword he gets in the game, but it serves as a good substitute, especially because, again, like, I'm not going to have him wield the Soul Reaper while, you know, he's on my shelf. I already got like my real Kain figure for that. But here is Dracula. I'm swapping out the Here is Dracula equipped with his moon sword, as I'm going to call it. Maybe he's gonna fight Moon Knight with it. So I want to try to figure out like a good pose with him for this other sword. Like, I was gonna have him do like the sort of Jedi thing with his hand reaching out like this, but I'm trying to figure out like what to do. Maybe I'll look at like some of the stuff from Legacy of Kain for inspiration. But there he goes. That actually doesn't look too bad. Maybe I'll put him on like a top shelf, have him looking down. That would be like more cooler with the sword coming up with the light. Yeah, that'd be nice. So, again, the sword itself, too, I just wanted to, like, point this out again. Oh, it's not going to come through. I love the little, like, teeth, the little teethy ribs on there. The plastic quality of the sword, I've seen, is that? Oh, shit, I think that's, I think it's, like, see-through plastic a little bit. It won't pick up on camera, but when I put my finger behind it, it looks like you can see my finger through it. Unless I am horribly mistaken, but the plastic quality on that sword isn't too bad. It doesn't look like the typical gray plastic where sometimes you could see the swirls in it and whatnot, because, you know, that's easy to see when they recycle. But I can't complain. This looks pretty good, and it's sometimes weapons like this don't fit the figure in terms of like plastic quality, but I think this works well. If anything, this plastic makes it rightfully more shiny than the typical. But I still think that, like, in terms of this fucking Soul Reaper looks really good in his hands. I'm so sorry. But I digress. This is Dracula. The D on his grave stands for Dracula. And there he is, Dracula from Marvel. That can also count as Kain from Soul Reaver. Or, well, Blood Omen, I should say. But I digress. What are my overall thoughts on this guy? Okay, decent. Could it be better? I fucking wish that I didn't have to get all of like these figures that I don't really wanted to get in order to get like Blackheart, if that's like my only criticism. Maybe they should have given us Blade in this too. That would be kind of hell. I would get like 3, then I have 3 pieces. I wouldn't have to worry about it. But considering that we're getting like gamer editions of like Marvel Legends, and I know Shuma Gorath is coming out in that, so maybe we'll get a Blackheart release in there. I know like a couple of other Build-A-Figures got like solo releases, so I don't have to worry too much about getting the parts. But again, that has to do with the marketing, not the figure itself. But the figure itself, again, is just okay. There's nothing I would really change about it, like, as a, person who likes action figures. Like, customizers could get their hands on this and make some pretty sick looking, like, Kains and other stuff, I bet. Maybe do, like, remodeled hands if you want to do, like, Blood Omen 2. This guy just, like, oozes Blood Omen, and that's why I got him. So, again, not really too into Marvel's Dracula. I like the concepts and the ideas. I like the fact that they were able to, like, use the character to make something neat. But, again, I got this for the reason I got this, and he's going to serve as my Blood Omen Kain / Kain from the past, if you want to really, like, go at it like that. But that's just me. It's a good figure. Pick it up if you're a fan of Marvel. Pick it up if you're a fan of Blood Omen or the Legacy of Kain, because this will serve you well on your shelf pretty nicely. Just try not to get scammed in terms of scalpers, and if you can't afford it, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. We're in some shit times when it comes to collecting. Prices are going up due to greed and other fucking shit. And even I gotta say this. I've had to stop for a bit. So, I might talk about stuff that I've had staved up, like, for the past while. But I had to stop collecting for now because some of these prices are just ridiculous. And it sucks I'm gonna be missing out on some shit. But that is the life of the collector, as one would say. But if you can get it, go for it, because I think that their prices, they didn't change the prices for stuff that's already been out, and he's been out for like a bit. I'm just reviewing him for spooky season because it fits, because he's a vampire. But just be wary. Just be wary. Be careful of how you spend your money. And again, keep waiting. Like, waiting's a good, like, patience is a good virtue and that type of shit. Good things come to those who wait. And you'll find everything you're looking for without the heartbreak and the hassle, if you remember. So, even in the trying times that we're in now, just hold on to hope. You'll find shit. You'll find stuff that's affordable. You'll find cool shit. And eventually, you'll find the things you want as time goes on. But, thank you guys for joining me today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Merrick out. See ya.